How can Jimmy Butler be both the game's most overpaid and underrated player at the same time? First of all, he's got to be overpaid, right? His salary was identical to Giannis a season ago. Please do not be the one that hops in the comments and debates it. You can subscribe though, we appreciate that. You can't stat hunt when it comes to Butler's impact. Sure, playoff Jimmy will give you some 50 burgers, but his numbers side by side say with, let's go RJ Barrett. RJ would win the stat off. Not all 17 and 7 and 16 and 5s are the same. Jimmy's deflections make things happen. His anticipation makes things happen. Doesn't make mistakes. His ability to make lemonade out of lemons when the shot clock is winding down, that's a phenomenon. I could go on and on about his impact. Most importantly, he makes his team better and makes the players around him better. So if he can do all these things, why are the Warriors not really looked at as a real contender, especially if you add in Horford and Melton as expected and some of their youth gets a year older, year wiser, that you hope? The reason we don't believe in them is because Jimmy Butler is not looked at as a top-tier player despite being a top-tier player. He hasn't been an all-star in a minute, but he could very well be one this season. You saw how good the Warriors looked with Jimmy Butler, 23-8. You had a Jimmy Butler, Steph Curry offseason to work even more together on each other, to be more cohesive. It seems to be overshadowed by the fact that they're half a year older since the last time they suited up. Father Time is undefeated, but so are Steph and Jimmy Butler this upcoming season. Attrition does stand in the way, maybe even more so than the talent they have. But again, attrition stands in the way for every team, and you can't cherry pick that the Warriors are a nursing home, but kiss the Rockets' asses for landing Kevin Durant, who's 37. All teams have their challenges. I'd rather mine be, quote, currently healthy guys needing to stay healthy, albeit old, over needing to find that basketball that the Monstars had in Space Jam and turned Royce O'Neal into Jimmy Butler. The Warriors are paying Jimmy Butler a ton of money, and the extension kicking in could always backfire miserably. There's still time for that to come true. But this was the Warriors' only chance at getting out of that 500 purgatory. They had to spend the money, and when you look at it from this perspective, Andrew Wiggins for Jimmy Butler, which that's what it was last year, it's a great deal. But you think of the extension, and then you think of the Warriors getting rid of Dennis Schroeder's expiring contract in that deal, plus Lindy Waters and Kyle Anderson. It's affecting their ability right now to pursue really any sort of free agent, not only this summer, outside of one mid-level exception and vet minimums, also, really next summer. They don't get to pursue any sort of big fish free agents, and their top trade chip to getting better is Jonathan Kuminga, who's also threatening to accept the qualifying offer. We're getting close that day where, a decision may be made one way or the other come October 1st, and we will see what the Warriors decide to do there. If Jonathan Kuminga takes that qualifying offer, it would give him a no-trade clause, aka the often underrated Jimmy Butler would have to be worth every penny this upcoming season because he's last season's big offseason move, he's this summer's big offseason move, he's the big deadline move, and the big move before next offseason, because the Warriors right now have very little flexibility with two $55+ million players. If you like NBA content, hit that subscribe, hit that thumbs up. Ball is life. I'm out.